Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm back with another Saturday Night Live review. So I'm not hanging out with John anymore. I'm catching up on some of these episodes. And it's weird, though, because this year, we're going to be talking about COVID and stuff. It's unavoidable. Last year, whenever things were done, they had like at home Saturday Night Live where they did like their own skits at home and they just did it through Zoom or something like that or did differently. Now they got through the studio audience still. Um, so it's kind of unusual. This is for Timothy Jordan. He must love these. So that's cool. Some people hate. Don't don't like, but I think they're great. In this episode, it was Kristen Wiig and someone named Dua Lipa. I think who I never heard before. She's hot. She's hot. I never heard of her before. I don't know if some how these people get famous. I don't. Maybe I'm just old. I don't keep up with the new trends in music and stuff like that. I'm just a metal guy. I know about Macabre. I don't know about Dua Lipa. I know Mechanical Corpse. I don't know Dua Lipa. But, anyways, let's do this review on Sound Live. Kristen Wiig, who was hosting it. I reviewed the one she did last time, and that was like a stay-at-home one where they all like. I don't know if they recorded at home and then they submitted it or edited, submitted it or something. I don't know how they did that, but it was definitely different. Um, First of all, we started with the cold opening. It was like Mike Pence getting the injection for COVID and stuff like that. And it's talking about getting, it was okay. It wasn't anything that special. And then they had Maya Rudolph come in as Condoleezza Harris. And then they had Joe Biden come in. And it was not played by uh, Jim Carrey. So I don't think he's going to. I thought that would be a recurring role for him playing but I guess not. Someone else playing, and it was okay. It was very lazy. Nothing was really funny. It was just like they had like Benjamin Carson come out, played by Kean Thompson. What am I doing? What's my job here? What am I doing? And they're just saying lines. It wasn't that funny. I gave that 3 out of 10. Next was the monologue with Kristen Wiig. And she was talking about. She said like after the last New Silent Live of the season, and it said after when January 1st happens, everything's gonna reset. And I was like, what? No, it's not. Oh no, I'm saying what a bad year it was, and it was a horrible year. Um, and they were just doing they did like she was doing a version of this is some of my favorite things, and they were doing the lyrics all wrong, trying to be funny. It was just kind of weird. And then Maya Rudolph came out, and Kate McKinnon came out and did like a version of that too. I give them credit for just memorizing those. If they knew how to sing the song, they had to unlearn it and put these different lyrics in. And it was okay. It just wasn't that funny. I give it a 4 out of 10. Next came a thing from Game Show Network called Secret Word, and basically just they focused on the two celebrity acts of just being kind of flamboyant, but not really that funny. Chris Wiig was one, and then Kate McKinnon was like a very down from Austin, which was okay. It wasn't super funny, but the character was good. Oh, what she did Rudolph Giuliani during the cold opening. I wish they would have done something funny with it. She just came out, looking funny, but nothing really funny was done. On Secret Word, the only thing that was really funny was, they'd end up giving up the word or something like that. It was like password or something like that. And then they did trimming the tree, and she said kind of a dirty analogy, so my finger was covering the T on it, and that made a little bit, but not super funny. But I give it a 5 out of 10. Next was Chris this morning, like a music video thing. He did it. Because they're good at doing that. And this was funny. I give it a 9 out of 10. This was really funny. Talking about all the kids saying what toys they got, and what present they got. The husband saying what present they got, and the wife saying she got a robe. And that's all she got. And that was actually really funny. I give that a 9 out of 10. That was great. Next was like those USO shows they have for the troops and stuff. Um, during World War II. Now with me, I was a base training. There was like a USO show that I could have went to, but um, no, what was it? This one guy wanted to go. What the hell was it? I can't remember. I didn't go. I didn't go for some reason. I had to do something, or I can't remember the story. This was back in '87. But I mean, I had a chance to go one, and then they had like a USO thing with Hulk Hogan coming to Fort Bragg. So, oh my God, Hulk Hogan's coming to Fort Bragg. I saw it on Sunday, and it was like the day before. And you saw him on the main event in Fort Bragg, posing in front of all these fans that I was real close to. That sucked. I could have met Hulk Hogan while in Fort Bragg. Oh. Well, getting back to the Christmas, it was like, troop for World War II. It was just this one girl came out, and I give him credit for doing like that a whole World War II thing, speaking fast, like on his Girl Friday type bit. And they did like some musical number, like with a dancing and stuff. Of a cheating couple, and then that one girl that who I can't remember her name. Dua Lipa came out. It was okay. I give it a 6 out of 10. I mean, I give it credit for doing like the dance and stuff, but it wasn't super funny. Next was Hulu doing something called The Teacher about like uh, possible student teacher affair, and the teacher was actually kind of funny. The teacher wasn't interested at all, and that wasn't bad. I give it a 7 out of 10. Next was Home Alone 2, the deleted scene or something like alternate ending. Um, it was all right, and then it got kind of funny at the very end. I give that a 7 out of 10. Next was Do Lifa. Like I said, I never seen her before until tonight. I think that one song she did I actually heard on the radio, who one of my sister plays and stuff like that. I mean, and that song's actually not bad. Yeah, I mean, it's not my kind of music. I'm a metal guy, but I mean, it had a nice flow to it and stuff. And she's very pretty though. So I mean, I give it a 7 out of 10. It was okay. Next was Weekend Update. And at first, like saying Liz last Saturday Night Live while Trump's in office, and they did like a big montage of him doing goofy stuff. I mean, but it was only okay until what's his face? Keaton Thompson came out with Willie, the optimistic guy, and then it got really funny. It got really funny, and then at the very end, and they told some good jokes. Because sometimes it's like the first half might not be funny of Weekend Update, then the second half is, or it's just the way it flows. But they ended with a tradition of like they had to read jokes from the other person. They're really offensive and really funny. I had some good gut laughs on that, and that Richard Graper type stuff. Yeah. Um, Next, they did a special Grinch the next morning, and it was like a thing where the Grinch, would stay the night of the parents, and they kind of had a three-way. But the thing that I mean, and that was kind of funny, but the thing that really stuck out to me was the exact look of it, the costume, the prop, um, the set looked right out great, and then the costume design, they did a great job with the hair and the makeup, and they had a full Grinch makeup. Well, I mean, I think they cheated because he probably was in a robe and stuff like that. But I mean, it looked very convincing to the movie. Run out of movie, and I give that 9 out of 10 just for the effort they put into it. I mean, it was a little funny, but it was the effort they put into it, the look of the set design and the costumes made it what did I get 9 out of 10. Next was Coming Home for Christmas. And this girl was supposed to surprise her dad, and the one relative, Susan, I think it was, playing Kristen Wiig. Oh man, oh man, oh man, surprise! She couldn't keep it. She was really excited about the surprise. It was kind of funny, and then it kind of ended a little lame. But I mean, I give it a 7 out of 10. It was all right. It had its moments. Next was Dua Lipa performing again. Now I thought this song was better. It had a really good flow to it, and I mean, I think she's hot. And it was a 7 out of 10. I liked. I mean, it had a nice flow to it. I liked the set with the lights and stuff in the back, and everything. It did real well. And then that was pretty much it for the show. And then they had like a. They came back for a second. They showed like a guy playing saxophone. They cut off, and then they went more commercial. It would have been kind of cool if they tried to fit another skit in there. They went like a minute or two over. They could try to fit another skit in there, try to cheat and come back, and then right at like 12:59, show the performer, then do like two, three more commercials, then say goodnight. Would have been nice. Overall, let me look at the scores. It was it started out very average, and then towards the end they had some really good skits. I give it a 7 out of 10. But there was some only real weak skits in this one. But I mean, it did eventually work out in the end. I mean, it's like it's a grab bag. A lot of times you won't get a perfect silent line. I mean, there was some that were really good. I mean, but there was a few diamonds in the rough on that. So I hope you like this video. Bye. Till next time, please take care, my legion.